Pax Australia 2023 this year and had a chance to check out some of the Australian Indie Showcase winners. How do I even start with the dungeon experience? There's a crab and a table guy and lots of crazy jokes. It's a comedy adventure game, a place of quests and adventure, a place of powerful magic, enchantment and dark evil. Dungeon Experience is a first-person guided adventure where we adventure in a high fantasy theme park run by a low-level mud crab turned business entrepreneur. Wacky humour and milk-induced night terrors have brought us one of the funniest games I got to play this year at PAX. I spoke to Jacob, the lead developer from Bone Assembly, about the dungeon experience.
Jacob, hey Jacob, how you doing?
Very good. I wish I could change my voice so like a shotgun, like pull out my throat and replace.
You've been talking too much this week.
Yes. How about you? Have you been talking too much?
I've been talking way too much, but I'm pretty used to it. So I just don't stop.
Most of the time I just spend time in my room developing the game, so my voice is not trained to do it.
Yeah, I feel you. Do you want to tell us about your game?
Yeah, I'd love to tell you about a game. A game. A game.
That was very cute.
Game, please.
Please buy it.
The Dodgy Experience is a comedy adventure game where you enter a high fantasy theme park run by a low-level mud crab turned business entrepreneur. There you'll give you the quest for the greatest loot of them all, financial freedom. So it's kind of like Stanley Parable, but the narrator's like a talking crab who reads self-help books and only has a $100 budget to run his theme park. And the Dodgy Experience itself is actually a pyramid scheme made to sell essential oil candles.
Nice.
Yeah, so hopefully that makes sense.
What was the inspiration behind the game?
It was initially a couple of things. So I read this book called Merchants of Deception, and it was about a guy who was stuck in Amway in the 80s and described how horrible it is, and that's why there's a table man in the game. But also the mud crab from Morrowind, the talking mud crab merchant. I don't know if you played Morrowind. There's a there. And I played D&D one time with my friend, and I always thought it would be amazing to make a game about a D&D dungeon master who's really into it but very bad at their job. So those are kind of the breadths of inspiration.
Yeah, I noticed there's lots of that kind of D&D humor.
Yeah.
Did you play some D&D specifically to get some humor from it?
Yeah.
I know you played it once, but...
Well, I was playing it for a while, but then a dungeon master had a baby. And then that was the end of the campaign. He didn't let us finish the storyline. So I'm hoping when that child goes to high school and he's 18, that we'll get to continue the campaign.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
One day you'll all be like, you know. Can you tell me about the art style?
Yeah, it's kind of an art style developed by me and my co-creator Simon Boxer, but a lot of it comes from just something I developed over the years. We do a lot of gross close-ups like SpongeBob and stuff like that, and we wanted to create these kind of iconic characters with the colors and stuff like that. And we have a crazy cast like Table Man. We have a character who's kind of dressed like me, but has got a paper bag on their head and is carrying a gnome in their baby carrier. So he has
random.
Well, it's not random actually. There is very specific law to explain that.
Of course there is.
I didn't just do a random thing.
Can you tell us about the story? How did you brainstorm that story?
I actually do drink a lot of milk, and then I have these night terrors at night, and then I wake up and
From the milk.
From the milk, yeah. But the real question is, I do a lot of brainstorming. I do this thing called word vomit, where I write hundreds of words on a piece of paper until it makes me laugh, and that's how I kind of came up with the crab playing saxophone, and that was a big inspiration that created into this, And there's still law to explain why he plays saxophone. It's not a random idea.
Okay, there you go, guys. If you need creative ideas, drink milk and have night terrors.
It's the brain to gut bacteria connection, That's
that's perfect.
Yeah.
When can we expect it to be out?
We're hoping to head to mid to end of next year. That's at least what the spreadsheet says. But we've made quite a few spreadsheets now. I think it's going to be pretty accurate.
All right, that's good. That's awesome. Well done.
Thank you.
And well done for winning one of the showcase things
Super
too.
stoked. It was very nice.
Yeah, it's
Well
lovely.
done for coming to interview me. Congratulations.
Oh,
I appreciate it.
thank you. I like a bit of a pat on the back now and then. Thank you. We've had some technical difficulties, so
no.
that was very accepted. Thank you.
No, it's okay.
Simon said I needed to ask about the cutscenes.
The cutscenes.
Scenes. Like you cut some very interesting scenes, he said.
I don't know which scenes that he's
I don't
talking
know
about.
either. He said, I said, what's the best question to ask? And he said the cutscenes. It's okay.
I remember.
That's
So
okay.
sorry.
What is your favorite part of the game?
It's clearly the private saxophone performance in the game. I don't know if you can see. No, one is not up at the moment. But basically the crowd performs to you a 2-minute saxophone performance inspired by George Michael, 80s pop sensation. But one of the cool things that came out of it, we've got the world's first-person saxophone interactive one. So you can go up and down, it controls the sound, and it actually really feels like you're playing saxophone. We've had a few saxophone players play it and be like, actually, this is legitimately cool. Yeah.
That's an interesting mechanic too.
It's really a lot of
Well done, guys.
Oh, thank you. We're just sharing compliments back and forth.
I know.
We're just
We're
hyping
just
it, which is the end of
complimentary
the
bunch.
night. End of the night.
I
So
know.
we gotta-
Everyone's like, I'm going to go to
coming
sleep
to this.
after
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
You'll sleep for a week, I'm sure. Well, thank you so much for telling me all about your game. It sounds amazing. We are very much looking forward to playing it. We're going to try and play everyone's game.
I know, yeah. It must be. You must be exhausted. I can't even imagine. I'm looking at all the games and I'm exhausted.
They're amazing. They're just, everyone's so talented this year, including you.
Oh, wow.
All right, with that, I'll leave you be. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Yeah, thank you. Taking the time to talk to me. Thank you.
Bye.
Have a good one.
So Dungeon Experience is available to wishlist and follow on Steam. Release date is TBA, but I'll put the link below so you can follow along on the adventure. That is it. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.